My dear, if this is the first time we're meeting, my name is Amy Jones. I'm a progress coach, and that means to help people figure out what it is that they really, really want and then what it takes to actually get that. So, what does progress look like for you? What is it that you most want? What goals do you have set for yourself? What expectation do you have in terms of how long it will take to reach them or what it will require? All of those are the kinds of things that I spend my days obsessed with and talking with clients, customers, those of you who use progress maps to change the way that you get where it is that you want to go. And I have been having lots of conversations lately with some really brave and wonderful people within my courses. My advanced course, Make Progress No Matter What, and the first 5 steps to accomplishing a big scary goal, which is the beginner's course. For those of you that are really committed to being brave and to doing whatever is required for you to get what it is that you most want to experience. So, questions that will often come up around progress and reaching goals is a lot of attention and interest in how long it's going to take. And often what we expect it will take is very different than the reality that we discover as we start really getting in there and taking what I call our next right steps, or the next action that we actually can do that would move us toward what it is that we want. And here's the thing, when it comes to how long it takes, that is something that is an unknown. And of course, we can make educated guesses. We can make declarations based on logic, experience, the best that we can see in front of us, how long something should take. And the shoulds are where we often get really stuck and can wreak a bit of havoc when we believe that we should be moving faster, that we should be doing more, that we should be seeing certain results, that we should be getting a specific outcome, and that's not happening. And when we're experiencing life in a way that does not seem consistent with our expectation of what it should be and how long it should take, then it can really start to suck. And it can be very frustrating. The alarm bells can start to go off. What am I doing wrong? What am I not getting? It's not going to turn out because it's not turning out at the time that I thought it would. And this is one of the things that I think can get really in the way and thwart our progress when we are having that kind of internal battle and the fear that comes from that, from this idea that whatever way it's going is not going correctly, that things aren't going fast enough, that we're not seeing enough results, that things were going well, then something happened, and then now it's not going as well. And what does that mean? And what am I not doing? And how am I not enough? And we can quickly spiral out. And I say this not just because of the conversations that I have with clients and with those of you that are in the courses. I say this because I experience it as well. I say it because it is what it is to be a human person who is brave enough to strive to go outside of the comfort zone. And our comfort zone is just whatever we're used to. It's whatever's familiar, whatever we're currently in the habit of doing. And it is a brave act to decide that you are going to challenge that and you are going to do something differently. And how long is that supposed to take? My dear, it takes what it takes. I wish that there was perhaps a more definitive answer. And then I also kind of don't, because I think there's a lot of freedom in embracing the truth of it, that we don't know how long it's going to take. But I think there's something more powerful than the not knowing, and that is the commitment that we can make to ourselves. That regardless of what amount of time it takes, regardless of whether or not it goes more quickly or it takes 10 times longer than we thought it was going to take, that whatever it is that we want is something that's so important that we're in it for the long haul and that we commit to ourselves. And regardless of what happens, the timeline, what other people say, the somethings that happen along the way, that we're in it and we're willing to keep showing up to find out how long it takes. most of the time we don't figure that out because we give up and we go away and we conclude that we just don't have what it takes, that there might be something wrong with us, that other people can do it, other people can figure it out, but we can't. And the key is to staying with yourself long enough to find out for yourself how long it takes for you to get where it is that you want to go. So often our clever brain puts a lot of value on things going the way that we think they're supposed to go. And so that when it doesn't go the way that we want to, we deem that failure. We conclude that there's something about us that's not enough or not right, or, come up with a lot of creative conclusions. And they don't really have a whole lot to do with us being able to get where it is we want to go. They really don't. It's the degree to which we listen to them. It's the degree to which we believe that there's something valuable in all of those questions and self-doubts and things like that. Often they're really just distractions. And it's just something to notice and just, oh, okay, there's the self-doubt, there's the questioning, there's the fear that it's not going the way that I thought it was supposed to go. And it doesn't mean that there's something wrong with you. It doesn't mean that it's not turning out. It doesn't mean that you're not right where you're supposed to be. But your clever brain will do everything it can to suggest that something is wrong, that you are wrong, that you're not doing it right, that something is not right, that somebody who responded to you in a certain way that didn't feel good, that's wrong, it just snowballs out into all kinds of clever distraction and clever manipulation, really, to suggest that you're not going to get where you want to go, that it's taking too long, that something's wrong. And often that's not the case. Often it's really that you're just in progress and you're being brave, and the discomfort that you're feeling, the uncertainty that you're feeling is simply evidence that you are growing and you are making progress. Because if you weren't growing, if you were staying inside what is known and what is familiar, you wouldn't be feeling those things. And that is the price. If there is a price, that's the price to making progress. Being uncomfortable, being uncertain, being in an environment where you don't know how long it's going to take. And you don't know exactly what it's going to take. But there's something beneath that. If you can really get to that commitment, that it's like, who cares how long it's going to take? Who cares what's going to happen? It's just going to end up being a really, really good story in the end. When people ask you, how did you do it? It's like, let me tell you, this happened, and then this happened, and then I almost gave up, but then I didn't give up, and then I kept going, and then this cool thing happened that wouldn't have happened if I hadn't, kept persevering. Okay? I imagine you can get an idea of where I'm going with this. Like, this is progress. It is for the brave. It is not for the faint of heart. It is not for those who are willing to give up on themselves when it gets uncomfortable. So I just want to remind you that if you are feeling discomfort, if you are feeling like things are taking longer than they should, if you're wondering, how long is this going to take? What is it going to take? Do I have what it takes? Those are all very normal questions that likely indicate that you are in progress, that you are in the process of growing. And so I want you to just be reminded, as I need to remind myself on a daily basis, that this is what brave feels like. And it doesn't have a definitive start and end. It doesn't have a specific schedule that it follows perfectly. It is not the nature of growth. Growth is messy. Progress is about winning ugly. It is not pretty. But it is worth it, and it is beautiful, and there is something rich and empowering and exciting and inspiring if you are willing to show up and participate. Show up for yourself and show up to find out how long it really takes for you. I just become less and less convinced that the amount of time matters. I really do. I think it's the experience that we're having in the time in which we are progressing and what we are learning about ourselves and what we are proving to ourselves as we continue to show up again and again, no matter what. no matter how long it takes, no matter what happens. So that is just a reminder that I, again, remind myself, and in some of the conversations I've been having in the last couple of days with y'all, I just wanted to share that reminder as well. It takes what it takes, and it is worth it. It's just that we can get really distracted in comparing the timeline in our head with what we're perceiving in reality. So just sit with that. Let me know. I'd love to hear in the comments too what that stirs up for you, or how you notice that in your own life. And again, we often make that disparity between what we think is supposed to be happening and what we believe is happening into a really big deal. And Clever Brain goes to town with that and uses that as a way to keep us distracted, to slow us down or shut us down. And it's just not what we think it is. All right? So, however long it takes, I would love for you to make the commitment to find out for yourself and to keep us posted, to join us in our Facebook groups where we talk about mapping wealth and wellness and work, to consider joining one of the courses. The first 5 steps is our beginner's course, or the advanced course, Make Progress No Matter What. Those are my bravest of souls who have decided that they are all in and they are going to find out for themselves how long it takes. All right, dears. Great to be with you. Thanks for being here, and I will look forward to seeing you soon. I am going to be at a conference on Thursday, so I will not likely be broadcasting on Thursday, but I will look forward to seeing you again next week. All right, dears. Thank you. Bye.